cottage. Sleep there, you cook there, you bath there, you do everything within the teacher's cottage. So what happened when I sponsored, I then went out and built a house with a house on top of it. Now, that is not exciting to most of you because you used to houses with houses on top. But I was excited because not many teachers in South Africa build houses like that. So I then said, wow, it's working. We have no debts. Kids have been to the best schools. We have money saved in the bank, taking care of the future. We have got this house. Now let's make sure that we also drive around with toys that only Neo-Life distributors can be seen driving in those. I started off using an X-type Jaguar, and I went around with it. It was an X-type. I wasn't really impressed by it. Then I said, no, I'm going to upgrade it. Went out and sponsored, all the time. You just do one thing. You can apply this in these three systems in all the habits. If you want to use the product, I do, we do, you do. Kept on doing that. I do, you do, you do. When we do that, at the end of the day, I found myself getting into a Jaguar shop, and I took not only an X-type, but I bought an XKR Jaguar. It's a Jaguar coupe. It's a two-seater. Even if you see you even when it's so rainy, we won't be able to give you a lift. It's Fiki and myself, and then it's full. That is. I remember I felt so embarrassed when I got to one of the neighboring countries with it. People were screaming all over around it, and they were saying, wanting to take the photos, saying even the head of the country doesn't have a head. And they were screaming, shouting that. I felt so bad. I said, I'm going to be put in jail because these people are saying this as if they are looking down upon the head of the country. But that is what that was the truth, because they saw the car and they were very, very impressed with it. Now, the next thing what I did, I said, guys, if we want to go on, let us not forget the key behind this is to get this habit going. I do, we do, you do. If you do that and keep sponsoring like that, things will change. You will find that you are going to be ticking off your goals all the time. And the last goal that we set ourselves was that one of travel. Now we are 34 years in the company. We have traveled over 65 countries. Now, it's something that we did not even think of when Fiki was a nursing sister and I was a teacher. But through the Neo-Life, you see, Neo-Life business allows you to dream. And I am saying to this afternoon, continue to dream your dreams, because as you dream those dreams, they shall become. And the last part that I want to share with you is that if you continue to sponsor, how do you do it? Let's do it that again. And when you do that, you will find that you cannot ask your upline to go and do the presentation for you when you are held up at work. Because the upline is there to empower you. If we sponsor, we are empowering people. We cannot empower people who are at work. So make sure that when you empower them, they are there with you. That is why you say, I do, so that you see how I do it. We do, because you have been seeing it. Now I give you a chance to do. When I give you a chance to do, I'm not far away. I am still there to check whether you have got it correct now. So if we keep on sponsoring in that fashion, and we keep ticking off those goals, I say, even the sky will not be the limit. We will go beyond. And I want to say, in closing, when you are there making sure that you are sponsoring, check yourself. And I'm going to close by throwing this to you. Would you be happy to be your sponsor? If we say today, you are your sponsor, knowing what you are doing outside, would you be happy? Thank you so much. God bless you all.
How are we all doing? You know, what I love about these events is you get to talk to people, you get to hear their stories, you get to listen to the people on stage, you get to hear their stories, and you realize that it's people and their stories that make this business what it truly is and make this business great. And it's funny because people often say to me, so how did you get into the business? And Swami mentioned it, but I say, well, it's a funny story because I really had no choice. Because I was born into this industry and into this business. And 42 years ago, my parents were newly married. Financially, they were broke in the pocket, not in the head, fortunately. And somebody said to them, hey, it looks like you need an opportunity. And they didn't understand what this man was talking about, but they said, if this business can do half of what he says it can do, we've got to try it. And so I grew up in this business, and that is why I'm so passionate about it, because I've lived it. I've seen what it's done for my family. And the decision they made 42 years ago has changed the future of our family for generations to come. That is the power of Near Life, and I think that's one of the greatest things we offer, is a generational business, a generational opportunity. I haven't always been a Near Life distributor, as Sami mentioned. I spent 13 years working in the investment banking industry, and that is when I realized that working for somebody else would never give me what I wanted, and that Near Life truly is a better way. So anyway, that's my story, but Mark has asked me just to spend a few minutes talking about social media. And I thought, let me just start this conversation by asking the Near Life leaders in Africa, who uses a social media account, like Facebook or Twitter or Instagram? You know, they say social media is a funny thing. They say that it's like having an ID book, that if you aren't on Facebook, that you're not alive. You know that? And so that's what I just want to talk about, because I truly believe we can start using social media more effectively to enhance what we're doing and to, Simon mentioned it earlier today, we've got a lovely spread of, we've got people who have so much experience in this business and bring so much value, but we also have to be attracting the new generation coming through. And they are communicating differently to what we used to communicate. And I know social media can be a scary thing, but everybody is using a cell phone these days. Everybody has a phone. I had my first smartphone when I was in my mid-30s, and sometimes we just have to figure these things out. So it's important to note that social media doesn't replace what we do in this business. The basics stay the same. We have to be practicing the daily success habits every day. We've got to be using the product. We've got to be sharing the opportunity, sharing the product. We've got to be developing ourselves every single day. And social media doesn't change that. But what social media does do is social media enhances that. And I'll explain that, because what is going on is when you talk to a new prospect about your product or about your opportunity, when somebody in your team is talking to somebody new about the product or the opportunity, as soon as a conversation is finished, do you know what the prospect is doing? They're pulling out their cell phone and they're Googling near life. They're looking you up on Facebook. They want to see, what have you just told them? Is it true? They want that validation. And that, whether we like it or not, that's what people are doing these days. They're using social media and they're using the internet as social proof and validation. What you have just said to them, is it true? What you're doing, is it good? And if I join you and use your product, will it add value to me? That's what they want to know. So I believe that as the leaders in your life, it's our responsibility that we get online and we start pioneering in the social media space so that we can not only enhance and validate what you're trying to do, what your team are trying to achieve, but we can remain relevant in a fast-changing world. So what Neolife is committed to do, Neolife is committed to providing social media content and on their social media feeds that will educate, stories that will inspire. Neolife is committed to building up a community online that will give your prospects that social validation. Okay, but I'm going to ask something from you. Is that cool? I'm going to ask you that you all get online. Get a Facebook account. Start with a Facebook account. Every one of you should be going onto the Neolife Southern African page or Neolife African page. These are the two areas on Facebook that Neolife is going to be focusing on, and they will be giving the education, they will be giving the inspirational stories, they'll be giving that validation. And so we'd like you to link up to these two Facebook's accounts, Neolife Africa and Neolife Southern Africa. When you are doing a kit opening with a new prospect, I'm going to ask you to take out their cell phone and get them connected to one of those Facebook pages. Because when they are connected to those Facebook pages, they'll be getting the updates, they'll be getting the meeting events, they'll be getting all this information. When you see a Neolife post, I'm going to ask you to like that post. But don't only like that post, I'm going to ask you to share that post. Do you share posts? And I've seen so many photographs being taken the last 24 hours or 12 hours. There's so much content that is already exciting out there. And I'm going to ask you to share your stories. Because you know, social media is not a one-way communication. It's a conversation. And people don't want to hear what Neolife is saying about Neolife. They want to hear, what is the community saying about Neolife? What is happening within the Neolife community? And that is you guys. You are Neolife. We are Neolife together. So not only we want you to like the page, we want you to share the page, but we want you to comment. Comment positively with your stories. And I think it's important to note that we don't need to exaggerate. We don't need to lie when we go online, because our products and our opportunity are good enough. And so we need to be authentic in everything we say and do online. And I think an easy way to follow that is to look at what is the number one value in this company. Absolute integrity in everything we say or do. So when you are going online, treat it as if you're having a conversation with a person and tell them the truth. Be authentic about it. But the big thing is we offer people hope. And we come from so many countries around this beautiful African continent. And there's so many people out there that need what we have. They are financially sick. They're physically sick. We have solutions to those problems. And so let's get out there and do those daily success habits that we need to do physically. But then let's get online together, because this is something that happens as a team. We do this together. Let's get online together and support each other online, grow online, grow our own personal brands as near-life entrepreneurs. And so the world can know that near-life is a place that they can come to improve their lives. They can come to give themselves and their family hope for a better tomorrow. Is that cool? Fantastic, guys. Thank you very much.
You know, it doesn't matter how many times you stand in front of people, you get nervous and you get emotional. And right now I'm very emotional. And I want to just share quickly with you. You know, Alton and I started in August of '73 in a business. At that time we had a rented house. I passed one standard in high school and failed 3, and then left school. So a lot of you are well educated, right? And with no education, you don't get paid well outside there. And anyhow, we came to look at this business. We had a rented house, 3 children, and we were broke, poor, whatever. We had a little pickup truck on payments with a bank. And Alta even knitted jerseys by hand to sell to people to make extra money. Because after month end, you pay all your debts and you've got no money for the next 30 days. Don't think because we're white people we had money. We had 0. The other day I was putting fuel into one of my vehicles at a co-op. I've shown a plan in the Kirkwood area. And I said to the guy helping me, you know, my mother worked over there, was a tea room. She used to run the tea room. My father worked at that co-op receiving oranges, right? They used to get up at 5 in the morning to go to work. So we know what it's like not to have. We looked at the business, we got started, we didn't know if it would work. Eventually, Alton and I got the thing going, we built a pretty big business, and the company in 1978 employed me as the National Sales Director, 81 Vice President, and at the end of '85, I left the company and we started as a distributor again. It wasn't easy. You know, we were telling people how to build a business, but now we had to build it. And we were sponsoring people and they're dropping out and just not working. And I'll never forget it, in '87, I phoned someone that I knew in the States, friends of ours, and I said, look in your yellow pages and look for this in this company, if anybody advertised. They got me a name, I phoned them, I said, are you active in that business? They said, no, not really. I said, do you know anyone in Louisville, Kentucky who is active? And they gave me a name. And yeah, cut a long story short, I went there one day to a weekend function just to go and learn about the business. And I'm not going to tell the whole deal, right? But we had no money. Those days the credit cards were not computerized, so you could fly to London with one sector. From there I bought another ticket to America. From there I bought one back to London, then back to South Africa. If that bombed out, there's no way Alta could bail me out. We had no money then, right? But the Sunday morning they had a praise and worship service. And that Sunday morning, the Holy Spirit moved me forward and I gave my life to the Lord Jesus Christ. I said, Lord, it's your business, I'll do it. And that's where I am today. So I give God all the glory for where we are. And I want to thank the incredible team He's blessed us with. A lot of them in this room, and they're just beautiful people. And I know they're all going to grow, and some of them had ups and downs, but that's not a problem. In October '87, Alton and I were qualifying as Sapphire Directors. And yet in 1978, we were 5 diamonds. You know, so we know what it's like to go down, like I'm doing them. There's no problem going down. Doesn't matter how many times you go down, just bounce back stronger every time. And I want to share a couple of things you need to do to develop leadership. Number one is yourself. You've heard it all day from attitude, right? And we've heard it a lot on stage, but it's got to be important. You need to work on it all the time. And quit associating with negative people. I run away from negative people. I talk with positive people. If somebody's negative, I go stone deaf. I'm reasonably hard of hearing anyhow. Next thing is look after your health. You know, folks, when we joined the business, I was 31, Alta was 25, as she told you. I used to use alcohol. Can you believe a guy's got no money, yet once a month you buy alcohol? and all your pals come to your house and you get boozed up, and then for the rest of the month you've got no money and you urinate your interest on the ground for the money you spend. Isn't that stupid? Eh? That's where we were. And I went to a Neo-Life convention and I looked at the leaders, I said to myself, if I want to get somewhere, I better change this thing fast. And October 73, I quit all of that, right? The smoking and the drinking, thank God for that. But what I want to share with you is, look at other people. Look at people who you'd like to be like. And look after yourself. Look after your health. Check what you eat. I'm very conscious of that. Well, I know when I eat wrongly, I'm going to pay for it. And like this morning, I went out early for my run in the town here. And where's Florence? Where are you? Somewhere over there. Stand up. And when I got back in the gym, she'd already been there since 5:30, and 5:45 I walk into the gym after my run, and there's Florence on the treadmill. So I want to congratulate your discipline. Good. And I watched her up in Irene when we had the World President team meeting. She was in the gym again, right? So it's exciting to look after your body. At 75, I can do more, run more. Sunday morning last week, I left Matati Hill at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm about 750 k's from home, and I rode straight home. You see? And that's exciting. And if your body's not right, so look after your body, and your people will see your example. Because that's how you develop people. You've heard it all the time. Be an example to them. When you sponsor new people, Mdu did an incredible job here today, right? And that's exactly how we operate, right? You need a sponsor, I go with them. Next time I'll show the plan, I say, right, next time I'll be with you, but you're going to do it, right? And eventually, we get them doing it on their own. And that's how you look after people and develop them. But I've learned one thing with new people. You must go with them and help them develop their customers. Because you're going to get no's. 80% of the people will not join the business, but you need to show that person that that's not the end of the road. You need to go with them and develop a customer. And I teach all my people, right, when we go with them to develop a customer, when we've demonstrated the products and got the order and all that, when we redeliver, we teach them we don't leave the house until we've got another order for the end of the next month. And I'll have a deposit on that order. And that's why you can always get back in the house. So once those people start seeing the profit made from retail, as Alta shared with you, they say, hey, there's money in this business. So our duty is to help a new person sponsor people as fast as possible, help them make profit as fast as possible, because if they have not sponsored anybody, they got nothing to lose, they'll just drop out. So it's our responsibility to develop that leadership all the time. And as they grow in the business, let them, we've got incredible leaders. You heard that the Namibian team, how well they're doing, but it's not me, it's them. They do initiative, the things they do, it's incredible what happens there, right? And that's exciting once your leaders get to that stage where they are running their own businesses. And we have many teams like that who are running the business. You go to East Africa and Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, and it's exciting to see what happens, right? I was up in Cameroon just a little while ago, and Nigeria, and Ghana, and Togo, and it's exciting to see what's happening, and you're not even involved, right? So I think a key is to develop your leadership, that they have taken the load, they got their dreams and their goals, and they're setting their steps, and they're moving on. We will never stop developing people, because you always got your leaders who may be emerald directors or sapphire directors. To me, that is not anchored yet. Once they get to 3 or 4 ruby, then they are strong leaders. And then you can move on. So I never stop with someone Right now, I'm anchoring a lot of smaller legs right now. And you've got to do that to make sure they're secure because, and I want to share something with you. You know, I've seen so many people in this business make big money. And what they do, they invest the money in something different to this. And what they really invest into is a liability, not an asset. Now, liability will cost you money. You see, Alton and I don't have any money. Isn't that exciting? All the money that I have is God's money. And He teaches me how to use it. If I invest it in my people or I do an event or I go somewhere, I'm always guided how to do it. I don't just give out money like that either. I invest it where the Lord leads me to invest it and to develop my people. You see, and that's exciting when you get that way because you'll never ever go wrong because I believe this business, when you invest it in business, it's an asset. And an asset can give you an income. You understand? And I think a lot of people don't see it that way. I've seen people go and start other deals with the money they make in this business. Now it loses their focus on the thing that created the income. Now they've created a liability. It's taken their time and their energy and their thoughts and their money. It's going to cost them money. And then the very thing that developed the money starts going down. So I want to share with you today, don't let money control you. You must be in control of the money. You understand? You see, most people are scared of money. Do you know that? When they got it in their pockets, they got to get rid of it, spend it fast. They don't want it around. You know? So when you get to a state in your life where money no longer controls you, but you control the money, that is when you're going to move ahead. And that's where you'll invest in your people. You're investing in people, to me, is the best asset you could ever have. It's an asset that will keep growing. And sometimes you invest in an area where it might not blossom right now. But because you invest in, suddenly it starts blossoming somewhere else. And that's exciting. So I want to share that with you because I see a lot of mistakes that people make. And really, Mdu's handled it here a lot today, and everybody, all the people that you care for people. Go out of your way and help people. Go out of your way and uplift people. Folks, outside there, people need this business. They need our lifestyle. They need our attitudes. They need to have hope. They need the products. And that's exciting. We can go out there and share that with people because everyone out there definitely needs it. I tell you what, right around the world. Now, I look at you people right here. I was telling somebody on Sunday again, Saturday, I said to him, you know, I'm an African. And those who understand me, it was actually because I'm talking to, you understand? I'm a white African. You understand? I'm a white Xhosa. You understand? Because that was my first language. I grew up amongst them. You can't teach me anything about them. I know it right from a kid, right? And, you know, when we grew up in the country, when white people came to visit with their children, myself and the little black guys, we used to run away. You get a hiding when you come home at night, but we were gone. You understand? And that's, you know, I will live nowhere. I believe in Africa. I believe in the people of Africa. I believe in the future. We have got the best future in the entire world. We've got challenges right now, but there's never been a better time for us than right now, okay? We got the company. We got the company and the leadership like you had up here, right? Marco, Roget, we had Simon, we had all the rest of the people back. I'm not going to mention names now, but we've got the great, and the people who are overseas and back in Africa, other countries, and all the sales people here. Hey, they're dedicated. They do an incredible job for us. They are partners. So we just got to go out there and take this thing to town. You know what I mean? Let's move it. Let's make this a year of difference. You know, let's really go out there. And the thing I want to tell you, take yourself out of the equation. when you're helping new people. Put them first. Help enough other people get what they want, and you will automatically have what you want. Remember that, right? So if we go out and uplift people and help them get what they want, you'll have everything you want. You don't have to worry about that. It's one of God's laws. So just take yourself out of it. And really, folks, I believe that we can change the face of Africa, right? We here in Africa, because Africa needs us for the better. We can go up there, man, we can touch millions of lives. We haven't even started in Africa yet. You understand? But wait until we get going, and this is going to be the year that we're going to get going. And I want you to really go out there this year. Let's go and touch the lives of people. Let's go and make a difference in people's lives. Let's go out there and just share with people and uplift them. And somebody one day will come to you and say, thank you very much that you helped me. Thank you, you were there for me. Thank you, you made a difference in my children's lives and my family's lives. Folks, when you do that, there's nothing in the world that will ever stop us. Let's go and do it. God bless you.
I just want to thank our 5 Diamond Directors sincerely for the leadership and for sharing with us today some of those words of wisdom that we know if we implement, we too can follow in their footsteps and become Diamond Directors. I also want to thank all the speakers. Anna, where is Anna? Anna Maria. We love you so much. Anna, thank you very much. Simon. Good job, Simon. Thank you very much. And welcome to Africa, Simon. We appreciate you. All our sales guys, our vice presidents and directors of sales there from Africa, let's give them a big hand. Liz Geertz. Thank you, Liz. Andrew McDermott. What a diamond in the rough there. Andrew, well done. Thank you very much for being with us. I hope I haven't missed anything. Madeleine and Marco Taylor, very special friends. Very special leaders. I don't think there's anybody better equipped to move our company forward here in Africa. And I'm so happy that Marco was there when I walked away. I passed the ball to him and he's carried it very well. Give him a big hand once again. To all of you who are here with us today, each and every one of you, words cannot describe how I feel about you. It's very difficult for me to put into words the feeling I have for this continent, for my brothers and sisters in Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, for my friends there in West Africa, our business partners in Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, Ivory Coast, Togo, for everybody here in Southern Africa, the beautiful people of Botswana, Namibia, South Africa, Swaziland, Mozambique, Namibia. Did I say Namibia? Who did I miss? Anybody? Lesotho. I do not want to miss Lesotho. I've been to all of these places and I've seen them grow and flourish and change as a result of what we do in our business. But I have some special messages for us, together as a team. And as I put this together, I felt very sincere about where we are and where we'd like to go. And, it's been a wonderful time together. But as we leave here, it's very easy to forget what it is we received here. It's very easy to go back and do things the way we've always done. And so as we leave this place, I want you to work as hard every day as if your life depended on it. You see, hard work is not your enemy. Hard work is your best friend. It's not how much we do, it's how we do it that's important. And we should go out and perform each and every task to the best of our ability, and I promise you the rewards will come. I promise you the rewards will come. Because performing each task to the best of your ability is the only way to achieve success. Because even if it's not happening now, we know that in our business, what you plant now, you will harvest later. As we leave this place, let's be patient, you know. Let's be patient and understand that these rewards will come. Our life in this business, it's not a race. No road to success is too long if we focus and we deliberately take one small step at a time in that direction. There is no shortcut to success. No matter how many times we hear of the shortcuts and the quick way and that one did it so fast, I tell you, shortcuts to success and fame will destroy you and has destroyed, unfortunately, people in our business. You know, patience is very bitter, but the fruit is very sweet. You know, all the pyramids were only built one stone at a time. And your pyramid that you are busy building, understand, as Mdu shared and as Charlie shared, we build that with one relationship at a time. And this patience that we have to work diligently each day will deliver you to the life that you deserve. As we leave this place, you must chart your course with plans, goals, and dreams. And as leaders, we are the ones who should show the way, because the goals and the dreams and the plans we have become the vision that we share with others. It's not possible. It is not possible to advance without goals. Without dreams and goals, your plans are simply a dream. And you are simply a spectator. And failure is a certainty. What do you want to get out of your life? Give yourself a chance to succeed with goals, plans, and exceptional action. We have to accept, I think, right now, as we look back over the past year, that no situation, good or bad, will last forever. No situation lasts forever. Unexpected things will happen for you. And how you handle these unexpected things will determine your long-term success. Unfortunately, too many people give up too soon. And giving up is never an option for those who want to be successful in our business. Giving up is never an option. Never stop trying is never an option. Unfortunately, some will stop. And you know, people will leave. But if we continue to help those who are less fortunate than we are, then we can expect the same to happen for us. So let's go out there and help and serve people. So many of them in Africa who desperately need what we want, and we will receive the benefit of taking care of those who are less fortunate than we are. If we look back over the past number of years, many of us have experienced adversity. Many of us have experienced challenges. Many of us are at this point experiencing a challenge in our business. Well, I say to you, welcome them with a smile and open arms, because adversity is your greatest teacher. We learn more, we grow more, we are tested more, and we deliver more when we are challenged. It's easy to have a good attitude when things are going well. And when you are defeated, you learn who you truly are. You learn who your friends are, and you gain more knowledge than any victory. So let's enjoy this moment of challenge. Let's enjoy this moment of challenge and look at it as the future and the fruits of what we can receive as a result of going through this time, these challenges that Simon spoke about, that we all spoke about, that some of us are experiencing. Realize that the more you do, the more you can do, and the more you will get as a result of what you do. So, you know, enjoy these challenges as they come our way. As we leave this place, realize that plans without action are only dreams. Plans without action are only dreams. Only action will give our lives purpose. If we get out there and do it. You see, your talent, your ability cannot be measured by your dreams, by your thoughts, your words, or your emotion. Your talent cannot be measured that way. The only way your talent can be measured is when you go out there and do something about it. You see, only action has the power to turn your dream into reality. So when we leave this place, let's go and take massive, positive action. Forget the failures. Many of us, we remember the failures. And as we remember the failures and the challenges, those failures and those challenges determine our future. Because we keep reflecting back on the I cannot do it, as opposed to I can. You see, someone once said, whether you say you can or you cannot, you are right. Know that the past mistakes and failures have passed forever and cannot harm you anymore. Know that. They are past. Put them behind you and let's look forward to the future. You see, there's nothing we can do that will change the past, and there's nothing we can do that can predict the future. All we have is now. All we have is now. This minute, this hour, this day. That's what we have. And if you make the best of this minute, this hour, this day, we'll look back to the past with excitement and fulfillment. And we'll look to the future with great hope that that can only be the place we want to be. Count our blessings. You know, each and every one of us here, many of us are complaining about our circumstance, but it's time for us to realize that actually we are blessed. And let's be grateful for what we have. And some of us have such a desire to make more money that we forget about the blessings that we have each and every day in this business. The blessings of this company, the blessings of the upline, the blessings of the sponsor, the blessing of the friends, the blessing of this New Life family. It is great. Money cannot buy the friendship, love, and happiness we have in New Life. Finally, it's later than you think. It's later than you think. We need to live each day as if it was our last. So, enjoy this day. Have fun. Let's have fun. I love this Nigerian team because they are so full of fun. They just explode with fun wherever. You got to calm them down all the time. They are having so much fun. Let's have fun. You know, we are not going to get out of this thing alive. So let's enjoy every day we have and appreciate it fully for what it brings to us each day. The challenges, the blessings, the love, the relationship, and the opportunity we have to be here with our own business, looking to the future with excitement. No matter what happens, we are going to make the future great. I want you to look to the future. And I want to ask you to ask yourself, what will you be next year this time? What will you be? Sapphires will be? Rubies will be? And diamonds will be? 5 diamonds. What will you have achieved a year from today? As you look to the future, see it now. What is it that you are going to achieve for yourself? What is it that you're going to buy? What is it that you're going to do? Where are you going to travel? Think of the excitement that is waiting for you.